Hello, friends, and welcome to the Union Labor Advisory Network. I'm Mike Fina. Today, I'm extremely proud and privileged to have Clyde King, journeyman carpenter from Local 436 and founder of Construction Talks Unfiltered on the network today. So, Clyde, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate your time.
Not a problem. I'm happy to be here.
Thanks, Clyde. So, Clyde, can you give us a little bit of history and background about yourself? How you got into the Carpenters? I know we connected online a couple weeks back, and again, proud and privileged to have you here, and love to hear about your story.
Okay. Well, my story actually starts way back when I was like 6. Um, we built my parents' house at that time, and I happened to one friend of the family he's a now deceased union carpenter, but he taught me how to swing a hammer to pound a nail and to use a handsaw at that age, and I got to help build the house. That's actually where I'm sitting right now, is in their dining room. I'm working out of town and just happen to be close to their house, so I'm just staying here during the week right now.
All right.
But all through high school and that, Dad was an architect, so I've always loved building and design. And through high school, I was doing architecture stuff. And then after graduation, well, in '82, I joined the Marines my senior year uh, to be with the United States Marine Drum and Bugle Corps on a music guarantee. After graduation, I went to Paris Island and to the Naval School of Music, where they crammed like 2 years of college music into you in a little over 6 months. And then you had to pass an audition and that on your instrument. And I became a drummer with the field unit out of 29 Palms, California until 1990 when I got out. And I came back to Pennsylvania and started right back into the construction end. But at that time, everything was kind of slow. And I ended up getting on with a very good non union interior company and started running work for them in '94. And then I left them in 2003 and went and became like a senior superintendent with another company for a couple of years. And I had moved down to Buchanan, West Virginia, where I now live, and ended up joining the union. And I've been keeping on ever since.
That's great.
In many aspects. I mean, worked I've done about everything the carpenters do. I've done, um, from scaffold building to concrete to footers to setting bolts. I was a quality control officer for the one company on 7 gas processing plants that we had built. I was working there on all 13 of them, but I was in charge of the quality control and all the verifications and the client relations and the client turnover package and all that for the last 7 of them. And then I've been done all kind of interior work, metal studs, drywall, ceilings, doors, hardware, cabinets, flooring. Uh, so yeah, I mean, there's well over 30 years experience there but yeah, the love of carpentry and everything came along at a very early age.
Can you tell me a little bit more what inspires you in I guess educating or helping some others grow up within the trades, or just inspiring other potential members or future members to join carpentry, or just a skilled trade in general?
Just the love of working with my hands is what inspired me, and that's one reason why everybody kept asking me why didn't I follow that into architecture. It's like I love designing, but I can't sit behind a desk all day.
Gotcha.
I've got to be out and moving around doing something.
I hear. And Clyde, so now in your career, obviously we've connected on LinkedIn, and I saw some of the podcasts or the video that you actually providing out to the members into the universe. How how did you get started in putting out social media or just some informative content that's out there today?
Actually, my idea of doing video and that stuff actually started with our race team. Different things, footage from on the track, picture videos and that to help promote the team. And then I started seeing a bunch like Jesse Hernandez and Matt Graves and Matt Ferdomo and others putting out some stuff on LinkedIn. And it was like, they said, talk me into doing a random thought on construction, which I also post. It posts 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. It started out literally, I'd pull into the job site because I always get there a half hour early. One, to unlock everything, to go check the site, make sure it's safe for the guys, and just to see if anything's changed from the night before. All the material's still there, nothing's grown legs and walked away. But I started posting literally a random thought. Something little thing would pop up in the head, and I'd start typing on my phone and post it. Then LinkedIn finally came up with a way that I could schedule posts like I could on Facebook.
Yeah.
So that gave me the opportunity to take it a little bit further and use some of my video editing software and that I use with the race team and come up with more detailed posts and talks and with Canva and all that. And it's just kind of keeps growing.
Yep.
The Construction Talks Unfiltered came about as more taking my random thoughts on construction and going into more detail. And it's literally that.
That's great. You're doing a phenomenal job. Again, Jesse, you mentioned from Learnings and Missteps, been a mentor to me as well, and just inspiring to see people like yourself talking about opportunities within the skilled trades, vocational job opportunities, learning how careers could flourish, and all the training and safety training that you get within these career opportunities just really inspires me. And meeting people like yourself, out in West Virginia or just, across the country, and how we're able to collaborate online and talk about stories or opportunities within the trades really gets me excited. Again, as a United States Marine Corp veteran as well, I just want to thank you for your service and everything you've done. In our prior conversations as well, just talking about my father, being a veteran, and just all the opportunities within the trades through organizations like Helmets to Hard Hats. We had a conversation about. You may mention you weren't even aware of it so much in the past, so it's great that we get to talk about it a little bit as well.
Yeah, the Helmets to Hard Hats. I forget, it was about 6 or 7 years ago, right when it first came out. They had a big push on this one job over in New Martinsville area that a company was doing, put in applications in that, and they had a news crew in that there. And one of the guys that was there happened to be in the Helmets to Hard Hat program. That's when I had first heard about it. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be talked about in my area more. But now that hearing from you that it's like still going on, yeah, that's something else I'm going to start talking about again.
Without a doubt, I can get you in touch with the marketing directors and contacts, just all the information that you need. It's a great organization, and I'm proud to support it. I'm glad you've known about it, and now the hope we'll be able to.
Yeah, like I said, now that I know that it's definitely still around, yeah, I will definitely. I'll do some random thoughts or one of my Construction Talks Unfiltered about it.
Without a doubt. Well, that's great. That's good to know. Again, Clyde, you've been a real inspiration to me. I'm excited to see more of the videos. I saw one of the videos you actually had one of the women's in construction as well.
Yes.
And maybe give me a little story about that too. I think that was your first video, correct?
That was the first one that I had a guest on.
Okay.
That was episode 17 of my Construction Talks Unfiltered. And it was while I was out at the ITC. One night after class, a bunch of us were just kind of, because she's an instructor for her local. and she was out there for builder's level and transit training for train to trainer. And some of the other guys on the dorm floor where I was at were there for, one was there for that, and OSHA to be able to teach it, and a couple other ones. Like the ITC's got so many different classes going on all the time. But we were all out there by the pool table, and we were talking. I said, "Hey, how would you like to do an interview and promote our sisters in the Brotherhood and talk about the women in the trades and all that?" And she accepted. So yeah, actually the last night I was there, we sat down and had a talk. And done with her talk, and went out and sat and had my hour-long talk with Frank.
So you got some good content and some.
Oh yeah, I got some great content while I was out there.
That's great. That's great. Clyde, any closing remarks or any leaving remarks with the network and contacts here today? I'd love to, obviously stay connected with you and promote everything that you're doing. So I'm happy to have you.
If you really want to progress in the trades, have the passion to always keep learning. Be ready to work when you get to work. It was one of my morning routine random thoughts yesterday or the day before. You want to make sure your head's on straight. We got to always keep taking care of each other's mental health. If you see a brother or sister seem like they're having problems, ask them. We all need to keep looking out for each other. Always network, and always remember in the back of your mind, this is what I've told a couple of apprentices that have been with me, that seem to just want to be there for the paycheck. It's like, we're building things for the community. We're building a legacy for the future. Look what our forefathers built with the Empire State Building, the Hoover Dam, the road systems, all our power, all the other dams across the country. That's a legacy that we're living because they hand built this stuff. So we need to keep working, keep promoting the trades, keep building, keep working for the future.
Thank you, Clyde. Yes, without a doubt. And like I mentioned before, just being inspired and seeing so many different trades and apprenticeship opportunities going through these training educational institutions and helping people learn these skilled trades that they'll have forever and really building America it gets me excited and just proud to work with a lot of the union organizations that we work and represent today. So again, I'm again so thankful to have you on. Great to actually meet you online as well too. I know we talked on the phone. I've been just watching some of your videos, but to connect live today has been really great. And I hope you enjoyed the time with me.
Yes, it was a great talk.
Yeah. And I'm sure we'll be speaking again in the future. And I'll be looking out for more of your videos as well. And thanks for inspiring me and many others for what you do, and just keep going. Appreciate it.
No problem. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thanks again, Clyde. Appreciate your time.